student like you before, and I didn't appreciate where students are being humiliated, okay? But I try to see how to bring the best out of my students. So sometimes I adopt unconventional methods, okay? So that's why I'll be reviewing your scores and based on your last performance, because I don't just want to move to today's test without reviewing last week's test. I believe it's adequate that it's important that we do a kind of revision. We review what we did. Okay. So, Shola, I know you are raising up your hand. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Oh, you're not. Okay. So we will try to go through everyone's score. I'll look at the weak students, okay, and I will unmute them one by one to see if they have any questions, and then everybody can learn from their question, okay? They can learn from the answers to their question. Is that okay? So that's what I will do now. I'll try to log into the portal. Okay, so last week we looked at pointing devices, okay? And we were interested in these devices that we use to point to our mouse, point to our cursor or direct our cursor within our screen. We looked at different types of pointing devices. We looked at mouse, tracking ball, touchpad, trackpad, pointing stick, graphic tablets, touch screen, light pen, joystick, stylus. And we said there are different types of mouse. Okay, we have the mechanical mouse, we have the optical mouse, the wireless mouse. The mechanical mouse makes use of the tracking ball. It's a mechanically driven system. The optical mouse makes use of the light, the laser, to direct the cursor within our screen. And we have the wireless mouse, which basically is just an optical mouse that doesn't have wire. The mode of transmission is wireless. So you oftentimes there's a dongle that you attach, USB dongle you attach to your laptop, and you are able to um, do use the mouse just like an ordinary one. We have the trackball, which is something similar to the mechanical mouse or tracking ball, but this time around the ball is what you roll to move your cursor around your screen. So it's oftentimes used while controlling certain area vehicles. Sometimes it's also used in these meteorological um, studies or research where you are trying to generate, you are trying to graphically, pictorially uh, illustrate weathers and all those kind of things. Then we have touchpad, which is also the trackpad, which we have on systems, okay, which we have on systems like laptops. We have the pointing stick also. It used to come with the older versions of laptops. Even some new laptops still have, like mine has Dell, and it's not old. So, but it used to be much more popular um, in the early uh, 20s, early 21st century. Okay. Then we have the graphic tablet, which artists use for modeling, for drawing, even for painting, sketching, and all that. And we have the touch screen, which even some laptops now have. But most of the time, we have tablets and phones that use this feature as an input and output device. Okay. And we also use it to move our cursor around the screen. We have the light pen. Light pen is a kind of stylus-like kind of pen. It's used for selecting slots, okay, within a touch screen or touch enabled display. Then we have joystick, which is used for controlling unmanned area vehicle like drones, okay, and also for gaming purposes. We have stylus, which is actually a kind of pen that we use to sketch on drawing pad, graphic pad, or even tablets. Is that okay? So that's what we did the last time. And the test that we took, I expected so much more from everyone. I will stop sharing my screen now because I don't want you to see the scores. Okay. I don't want you to see the scores. Okay. But like I said and I promised, I'll look at the weak scores and I will unmute the students and I will allow them to ask why they didn't do so great and how we can improve performance going forward. Okotiebo, you will have to take the test again. You will have to take the test again. Is that okay? Okotiebo, so I expect you to go and take the test again now. Eson Israel, you have to take the test again. You have to take the test again. Huh? I sent it to you. Okay. So, Victory, we also have to take the test again. Okay. And so Israel will have to take the test again. So those of you that are there, that have mentioned your name, you better ensure you go back and take the test again. But a very brilliant performance from Omotiloye Oreoluwa, Ajayi Olushola, Ibitoye Tofunmi, Anika Olushola Afolabi. These guys, along with Ademide Adegoke, they did incredibly well. Excel also did very well. Naima did not do badly. Adetunji Naimat also was wonderful. I expected much more from Bamali Nuhu. Moreni Keji, I expected more from her, although she didn't do badly, she tried. And also Kamala also expected more from you. So all those people that I've mentioned, please, I want you guys to go back and take the test again. For those of you that I mentioned, not everyone. Those people that I said they should go and retake the test, let them go and take the test again. Is that okay? So it's question time now. If you have question, please raise up your hand before we move to today's class. Okay, so I will unmute. The first person is Oreoluwa. Oreoluwa, please ask your question.
Sir, but there's some wireless mouse that you have to get a chip from the mouse. They now plug it into the computer for the wireless mouse to work.
Yes, that is exactly the wireless mouse we're talking about. If you paid attention, when I was explaining wireless mouse, I explained to you that there has to be a mode of transmission of signal. Okay, how does the cursor know that, oh, the user wants me to move to the left or to the right? It's the signal that it sends, and the system has to receive that signal. As the mouse is sending the signal, the system has to receive the signal. So what is in the system that receives the signal is that USB dongle, wireless dongle, that is configured to that mouse. And it is configured to that mouse. It reads a specific frequency. That's why if you have two mice, okay, that are transmitting, they are probably transmitting two signals. One will not overlap the other. Do you understand, Oreoluwa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, so I will now mute you to unmute Damife. Damife. Okay, so Damife, hold on. Okay, Damife, you can speak now. Hello, Damife. I can't hear you. I'm sure any other person can't hear you. Okay, we'll come back to Damife. You're raising up your hand. Let me see. Hello, guys. Now, I was going to allow who now? Afolabi. Hello, Afolabi, can you hear me? So I'm going to unmute you now. So Afolabi, you can ask your question, please.
Some mouses use wireless mouse. Some wireless mouses use Bluetooth to connect to the computer.
Yes, you are right. There are different modes of connection. When we talk about wireless mouse, there are different modes of connection. There are some that they use Bluetooth to connect. There are some that they use Wi-Fi to connect. But these two are wireless, okay? They
Okay.
transmit radio signals, and these radio signals are interpreted by the system, and then there's a corresponding, there's a responsive movement on the screen. So yes, there are Bluetooth mouse. Yes, there are Wi-Fi mouse. Yes, there are. So those are different modes of connection. Okay, but most of the time with Bluetooth mouse or the mice, you don't need a dongle because your system already has a Bluetooth module installed in it. Do you understand? Most systems have USB Bluetooth modules installed in them. So in that case, you don't need a special radioactive or radio enabled dongle that receives signal from the mouse wirelessly. No. So with Bluetooth type of mouse, wireless mouse, you don't need dongle, okay? But with the wireless types, you need dongle. For those that transmit via special frequencies, you need dongles, okay? And the dongle is spelled D-O-N-G-L-E, D-O-N-G-L-E. Is that okay? So Jubril, now answer your question. Ask your question.
Sir, the trackball.
Okay.
How does it connect to the computer?
Most trackballs are wired, okay? So just like you have your mouse connect, some wired mice connected to your system, you also have the same way, um, these trackballs connected to your system, okay? The only difference is the mode of operation. Instead of you moving around your mouse, okay, moving your mouse here and there, do you understand? With the trackball, you're on one point. It is the ball that you roll. You roll it to the right, it moves to the right. You roll it to the left, it moves to the left. You roll it forward, it moves forward. You roll it backward, it moves backward. Do you understand? So it is the trackball that you use, okay, for this movement. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so who else has question? Who else has question? Okay, Oreoluwa, it's important that you ask your questions at once, okay? Questions don't birth questions so that we'll be able to go to the task for the day. Is that okay? Is that okay? So, Ore, now I'll give you the opportunity to ask your question. Please proceed.
Sir, what if you want to click on a file? How do you do it on a trackball?
Oh, very intelligent. Very intelligent question. I'm so happy that I allowed you to ask that question. There are different ways by which you can trigger a trackball. With most trackballs, okay, you still have the equivalence of left, right, and even middle buttons. Okay, some of them have these buttons on that particular device. Others don't. So they expect you to use an accessory device, like for instance, use in conjunction with your trackball another device, like a keyboard, a special keypad that you use to activate. Like some trackballs, you have that ball, but you can also click on it, just like on the mouse, you have the scrolling, the middle wheel, okay, the middle wheel that you can use to scroll up and down the page, okay. So if you click on it, you see that it can also activate a press down. Is that okay? It can also activate a press down. So there are different types, just like you have different types of mice. You have mice with two buttons. You have mice with two buttons and a wheel. You have mice with three buttons. You have mice with, you understand? So also you have different types of trackballs. Okay, you have some that they have that middle press down button activated. You have some that they work with accessory parts that you use in conjunction with them to effect whatever event you want to trigger. Okay, so that's that about that. So please let's move to today's class, okay? Those people that are asked to retake the test, please let them retake the test. So I will mention some people's name. These are the people that are not to retake the test. They are not to retake the test. So if there's somebody on this platform that is supposed to take the test that hasn't taken the test or has taken the test and I did not mention their name now, please inform them to take the test because like I told you, is your CA. Excel has taken the test, so I don't expect her to take it again. Kamal has taken the test. Daudu Naima has taken the test. Adegoke Ademide has taken the test. Omotiloye Oreoluwa has taken the test. Ajayi Olushola has taken the test. Ibitoye Tofumi has taken the test. Adetunji Alimat has taken the test. Afolabi Olushola has taken the test. Iriogbe Anika has taken the test. Moronkeji Adeoluwa has taken the test. Jubril Idowu has taken the test. Bamali Nuhu Nabil has taken the test. So if you did not hear your name, like for instance, I did not hear Ayomide's name. Ayomide has not taken the test. She needs to go and take the test. So I have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 students out of 25 students. 12 people are yet to take the test. So those people that didn't mention their name, they should go and take the test. Victor.
So I didn't see it. So I've been reloading, but I didn't see it.
You didn't see it. How did others see it? I'll share my screen with you now so that you can see. Once you log in, virtual learning. Oh, you wanted to take, you came in late. Is that okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you came in late, and that day I stopped every other person from taking it. That's why it's no more visible. But what I will do now is that I'll activate it again. I'll activate it again, and I give you till, please tell every other person, I give them till the end of this class to complete it. If you don't complete it before the end of this class, then you won't be allowed to take it. Is that okay? I
Yes,
give
sir.
you to the end of this class to take it. If you don't take it before the end of this class, then it becomes null and void. It's important to know that.
So I still can't see anything.
Just hold on, I'm working on it. If you are done with the time I asked you to, you don't have been giving us this issue. Okay, so you should refresh your page and you should be able to see it now. I will share my screen with you so that you'll be convinced that it is on. Okay, so under virtual learning, you should see CA. Of course, you have to change to computer studies first. Is that okay? So after you have changed to computer studies, then you see CA. On your extreme right, you should see, this is it here. CA
Yes,
test.
sir.
CA test.
I've seen it,
Computer
sir.
studies. So make sure you complete it before the end of, and every other person, likewise, every other person that I didn't mention their names and they expected to take the test, make sure you complete it before the end of this class. You have till 10 o'clock to complete it. So guys, now I recall that we went through Microsoft Word and I expected you to do a few things in Microsoft Word. And I still have a feeling that some of you have challenges with Microsoft Word. So we're going to revisit Microsoft Word today. Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay. Because I've muted you, I guess you answering.